What up, guys? Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Oppenheimer earned a leading 13 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor for Cillian Murphy, Best Director for Christopher Nolan, Best Supporting Actor for Robert Downey Jr., and Best Supporting Actress for Emily Blunt, the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Science announced on Tuesday. Barbie earned 8 nominations. It mentioned for Best Picture and Best Supporting Actress and Actor for co-stars America Ferrera and Ryan Gosling, but Margot Robbie, who played the titular heroine, and Greta Gerwig, who directed the blockbuster, were snubbed. This is the first time that 3 of the 10 movies nominated for Best Picture, Barbie, Justine Triad, Anatomies of a Fall, and Celine Song's Past Lives, were helmed by women. Fellow Best Picture contenders, Poor Things and Killers of the Flower Moon, scored 11 and 10 nods, respectively. The other nominees in the top category are American Fiction, Maestro, The Holdovers, and The Zone of Interest. The omission of Still, Michael J. Fox's movie, was surprising in the Best Documentary category, given that it recently won 4 Emmy Awards. Killers of the Flower Moon lead, Leonardo DiCaprio, was also left off the Best Actor shortlist after earning nominations for Golden Globe and Critics' Choice Awards for his performance. Invisible actor Zazie Beetz and The Boys actor Jack Quaid read the names of the nominees at the Hollywood ceremony. Winners are to be announced at a gala televised live on March 10th. Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the event, which honors excellence in the film of the year 2023. For Best Picture, the nominees include American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. For Best Actor in a Leading Role, the nominees include Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rushdie, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. For Best Actress in a Leading Role, the nominees include Annette Bening for Nayed, Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Huller for Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, and Emma Stone for Poor Things. For Best Actor in a Supporting Role, the nominees include Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. For Best Actors in a Supporting Role, the nominees include Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, America Ferrera for Barbie, Jodie Foster for Nayed, and Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. For Best Director, the nominees include Justine Triad for Anatomy of a Fall, Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, and Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. For Best Adapted Screenplay, the nominees include Cord Jefferson for American Fiction, Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach for Barbie, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Tony McNamara for Poor Things, and Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest. For Best Original Screenplay, the nominees include Justine Triad and Arthur Harari for Anatomy of a Fall, David Hemmingsen for The Holdovers, Bradley Cooper and Josh Singer for Maestro, and Sammy Birch for May December, and Celine Song for Past Lives. The Best Original Song nominees include The Fire Inside from Flaming Hot by Diane Warren, I'm Just Ken from Barbie by Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt, It Never Went Away from American Symphony by John Batiste and Dan Wilson, Waxy Hey Hey, A Song for My People from Killers of the Flower Moon by Scott George, and What Was I Made For from Barbie by Billie Eilish and Finesse. Best Documentary, the nominees include Bobby Wine, The People's President, The Eternal Memory, 4 Daughters, To Kill a Tiger, and 20 Days at Mariupol. The Best International Feature Film, the nominees include Il Capitano, Perfect Days, Society of the Snow, The Teacher's Lounge, and The Zone of Interest. And Best Animated Feature, the nominees include The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Ninoma, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Dakota Johnson says her love stunt training for Madam Web. The 34-year-old actress discussed Sony and Marvel's film during Monday's episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Madam Web is based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name. Johnson stars as Cassandra Webb, a.k.a. Madam Web, a clairvoyant who is able to see future events in the spider world. On The Tonight Show, Johnson said Madam Web takes place in 2003 and is set in a standalone universe outside the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Johnson said of her character, she's a superhero that exists in the comics. She's a clairvoyant, and I think it's the coolest thing in the world. She added, it's her own world. It's 2003, so it's before Spider-Man even existed, so he will not be in this movie. Johnson said Madam Web presents a, quote, superhero world from a female perspective. The actress stars alongside Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connor, and Isabel Merced. She said of her co-stars, they are fabulous people. Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon showed Case a clip of Johnson's stunt training for the film. She said, there's a lot of driving in the movie. My character, Cassie, does a lot of driving. I did some stunt training for driving, and I loved it so much. I learned how to do some crazy things that they actually didn't let me to do in the movie, which was so annoying. Sony Pictures shared a trailer for Madam Web in November. The film opens in theaters February 14th on Valentine's Day. Johnson will host Saturday's episode of Saturday Night Live with Justin Timberlake to appear as a musical guest. Far North is coming to Sundance Now and AMC Plus in February. The New Zealand crime comedy drama will have a 2-episode premiere on the streaming service February 15th. Far North is based on the Jared Savage book Underbelly, inside New Zealand's biggest meth bust. The show follows Aqua Arabic instructors, Heather, played by Robin Malcolm, and diesel mechanic Ed, played by Timura Morrison, a regular New Zealand couple who are caught up in a major drug trafficking deal. The official synopsis reads, as a Tongan Australian gang's lucrative drug deal with a global cartel goes awry, they are left stranded with 500 kilograms of meth and a buttload of lies. They unwittingly involve the ordinary Kiwi couple, Ed and Heather, in their increasingly desperate pursuit of their ultimate payday. Amidst the absurdity, Ed and Heather have to navigate treacherous waters, hoping to thwart the gang and survive the treacherous ordeal. The cast also includes Faye Tolifiu, Musa Elapad Letikipa, Vila Junior Limon, Makea Patu, John Paul Fakoya, Albert Matini, Demetrius Schultzer Kolomantangi, Fei Li, Dennis Zhang, Zhao Ho, Zana Tang, Louise Yang, and Akita Tu Bryan. Far North is written and directed and executive produced by David White, with Kelly Martin and Sally Campbell also serving as executive producers. With the hottest restaurants in Los Angeles booking tables months ahead of time, it can get competitive even for celebrities to taste the best and newest dishes. Starting on Wednesday, Chrissy Teigen and David Chang are inviting viewers to skip the line at a must-try restaurant in Los Angeles for their new show, Chrissy and Dave Dine Out. Debuted on Freeform Wednesday and then on Hulu on Thursday. Chrissy and Dave's Dive Out features Fire Island and Lutz Joachim Booster, who teams up with Teigen to host an entertaining dinner party of celebrity guests. At the same time, David Chang brings decades of experience in the kitchen to the table as he will step into the back of the house with the restaurant's chef providing insight into the origin and transformations of each meal. The first episode will feature Jimmy Kimmel and his wife, writer-producer Molly McNeary, as they travel to LA's hotspot Pizzeria Blanco. Future guests include John Legend, Kamal Najani, Regina Hall, and Simu Lee. Known for opening the Noodle Bar in Momofuku in Manhattan in 2004, Chang has been busy ever since, earning the Michelin Stars James Beard Awards, writing, producing, and starring on his Netflix series Ugly Delicious and The Chef Show. As an actress and host and supermodel, Chrissy Teigen has always embraced food. With her Cravings cookbook and website, she's published recipes, creating products, and teaming up with other foodies, chefs, and celebrities to lift up comfort food. Oscar-winning actor Colin Firth has signed on to star in Peacock and Sky Original's 5-part limited series Lockerbie. The Mamma Mia and Bridget Jones' Diary icon will play Dr. Jim Swear, a man whose daughter was killed when the Pan Am Flight 103 from London to New York exploded over Scotland in 1988. The disaster, which happened when a bomb was detonated, killed 258 people on board and at least 15 on the ground. 2 Libyans, Abed Basel al-Megrawi and Almi Khalifa Fahima, were brought to face trial in 2000 over the suspected involvement in the bombing. Megrawi was convicted in 2001 and sentenced to life in prison and died in 2012, but Fahima was free of all charges. Scottish playwright David Harrer, whose credits include Blackbird and Knives and Hens, is lead writer on the series, which is based on the book. The Lockerbie bombing, A Father's Search for Justice by Swire and Peter Dulup. Film is expected to start soon. Peaky Blinders and The Winter King, Otto Bathurst, will helm the series. Peacock said in a press release on Tuesday, in the wake of the disaster and his daughter Flora's death, Dr. Jim Swear is nominated spokesperson for the UK victims' families who have to unite to demand truth and justice. Firth is also known for his roles in The Staircase, The King's Novel, Love Actually, Shakespeare in Love, The Importance of Being Earnest, Girl with the Pearl Earring, Pride and Prejudice, and A Single Man. Netflix is teasing the new show Avatar: The Last Airbender. The streaming service shared a release trailer for the series Tuesday featuring Gordon Cormier. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a live-action adaptation of the animated Nickelodeon series of the same name, which had a 3-season run from 2005 to 2008. The show takes place in a fantasy world where certain people can bend or can control the elements of water, earth, fire, and air. Cormier plays Aang, a 12-year-old who is the last living airbender and capable of controlling all 4 elements. The trailer introduces Aang, a reluctant hero who embraces his destiny to become the Avatar with the help of his friends. The group must take on the Fire Nation to save the world. The cast also includes Dallas Liu as Princess Zuo, Kaya Wentio as Katira, Ian Owsley as Sokka, Paul's son Hunyun Lee as General Orr, Elizabeth Yu as Princess Azula, and Netflix shared first look photos of the series in December. Avatar: The Last Airbender premieres on February 22nd. Family Matters icon Jaleel White is set to host a new syndicated game show called The Flip Side. The series will challenge 2 teams to players to anticipate how 2 different groups of people feel about the same issues. It is expected to premiere this fall. Wendy McMahon, the president, CEO, and CBS News and Stations and CBS Media Ventures, said in a statement on Monday, game shows have been a bright spot in syndication and network primetime the last few years. Their loyal viewers tune in more times per week than any other genre. We're excited to bring a fun concept combined with the exceptional comedic skills of host Jaleel White to the marketplace with The Flip Side. It is a perfect... It was a perfect addition to any station's lineup with the flexibility to play in multiple time periods or a game show block. Wyatt also hosted the sci-fi game show Total Blackout, appeared on Family Feud, and competed on Dancing with the Stars. Peacock is giving a glimpse of the new series Apples Never Fall. The streaming service shared a trailer for the mystery drama Monday featuring Annette Bening. Apples Never Fall is based on the Diane Moriarty novel of the same name. Melanie Marnich adapted the book and series as executive producer, along with executive producer David Hyman. Apples Never Fall follows the Delaney's, a extremely picture-perfect family whose lives are upended after matriarch Joy suddenly goes missing. Apples Never Fall follows the Delaney, a seemingly perfect family whose lives are upended after matriarch Joy, played by Bening, suddenly goes missing. The teaser introduces Joy as a devoted wife and mother with Secret. Sam Neill co-stars as Joy's husband Stan with Alison Brie, Jake Lacey, Connell Merrigan Turner, and Essie Randalls as her 4 children. The official synopsis reads, Everything changes when a wounded young woman knocks on Joy's and Stan's door, bringing the excitement they've been missing. But when Joy suddenly disappears, her children are forced to re-examine their parents' so-called deferment. Michael Phelps is a dad of 4. The former Olympic swimmer recently welcomed his 4th child, son Nico Michael, with his wife Nicole Phelps. Phelps shared the news Monday on Instagram alongside a photo of himself and Nicole Phelps with their baby boy. He captioned the post, at Mrs. Nicole Phelps, and I want to welcome Nico Michael Phelps to the world, born January 16th. He captioned the post. He also added, we're so glad to be given a 4th child. We're now a family of 6. Phelps and his wife have 3 other sons, Boomer 7, Beckham 5, and Maverick 3. The couple confirmed in October they were expecting another child. Nicole Phelps said on Instagram, for those that are wondering, yes, we're expecting our 4th Phelps, and in 2024. Phelps and Nicole Phelps married in June 2016 and held a second wedding in Mexico in October of that year. Norman Jewison, who directed the Best Picture Oscar winner In the Heat of the Night and nominees Fiddler on the Roof, A Soldier's Story, Moonstruck, and The Russians Are Coming, also produced the latter 4, died peacefully on Saturday. He was 97. Jewison's film career spanned more than 4 decades and 7 Oscar nominations, 3 including Best Director for In the Heat of the Night, Fiddler on the Roof, and Moonstruck, and the 4 for Best Picture. His films received a total of 46 nominations and 12 Academy Awards. In 1999, Jewison was honored with the prestigious Irving G. Thalberg Award. He also collected 3 Emmy Awards for his work on television. A smattering of his other wide range of works included The Hurricane, Agnes of God, Rollerball in 1975, and Jesus Christ Superstar, all of which he had also produced. As a producer, Jewison had an eye for talent. Deadline's Peter Bard said, Jewison had an important presence in the career of fellow filmmakers. His homes in L.A. and Canada were the centers of well-attended parties for directors and stars, and he was generous in his advice to budding filmmakers. After a nearly 50-year career, former CBS Sunday Morning host Charles Osgood died at the age of 91 on Tuesday at his home in New Jersey. His death was from complications from dementia, his family said. Osgood, who spent 45 years at CBS before retiring in 2016, had worked on multiple CBS programs, including CBS Morning News, CBS Evening News with Dan Rather, and CBS Sunday Night News. He started anchoring CBS Sunday Morning in 1994. Born Charles Osgood Wood III in New York City on January 8, 1933, he graduated in 1954 from Fordham University with an economics degree. Shortly afterward, he joined the U.S. Army, where he served as an announcer of the U.S. Army Band. He left the Army in 1958. Throughout his career, Osgood received numerous recognitions for professional achievements, including 4 Emmy Awards, the Walter Cronkite Excellence in Journalism Award, the George Foster Peabody Award, and the National Association of Broadcast Distinguished Service Award. The network called Osgood a legendary journalist who made CBS News what it is today. Ingrid Caprine Matthews, CBS News president, said his commitment to the craft, especially to the art of writing, left an indelible impression on the field. He was a mentor and friend to many. His impact will be felt on CBS for decades to come. Taking over for Osgood in 2016 as the host of Sunday Morning, veteran broadcaster Jane Pauley said, watching him work was a masterclass in communicating. He was one of the best broadcast style is, and one of the last. His style was so natural and unaffected, it communicated his authenticity. He connected with people. And finally, a new docuseries called Thank You, Goodnight, the Bon Jovi story will be soon streaming on Hulu. The four-part program, which was made in full cooperation with members of the New Jersey rock and roll band, including lead singer John Bon Jovi, will premiere April 26. Gotham Chopper, whose credits include Cody Bryant's Muse, Man in the Arena, and Tom versus Time, is directing and producing the project. Press release said on Hulu, as thrilling as the story of a once-in-a-lifetime talent is, it is even more rare that a legend like John Bon Jovi lets the world into his most vulnerable moments while he's still living them. 40 years of personal videos, unreleased demos, original lyrics, and never-before-seen photos that chronicle the journey from... long photos that chronicle the journey from Jersey Shore to clubs to the biggest stages on the planet. The series relives the triumphs and setbacks, greatest hits, biggest disappointments, and most publicly, moments of friction. The band is known for its 1988 and 1990 song, Liver, Give Me That. Living on a Prayer, It's My Life, Never Say Goodbye, Blaze of Glory, Wanted Dead or Alive, and Born to Be My Baby. And that is the Entertainment Report for Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can follow this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.